Good morning. It's coming to my, what's the word? My knowing. My what? It's not coming. It's a word. It's a word. It's coming to my attention. That's the word. There's nobody to talk to this early in the morning. It's like, okay, I want to talk to my friend Phil, but he's probably sleeping. They just found a house he should buy. Not too far from me. We can play all the time. Phil, how's it going? So much fun last night. Oh my gosh. So here's the thing to do. I've invested in this relationship for about 27 years. And it's now like coming to a culmination of like pure fun. He's free. He's free. And he set himself up to like have a lot of possibilities. Good stuff. His ancestors did that for him. They set him up in a couple of ways. Like in a way where he has a lot of freedom in regards to like financial stuff. A lot more than most. But they really, really got him took out his ankles or behind his knees, like with like the lessons he had to dig in and learn. And I can't talk about this too much because this is personal. He's the Aquarian agent, and he is a Mercury. He has his Aquarius and Mercury. So that's why we jam so much. So fun. We just flowed. We flowed last night, a movie. This is too long of a story, but we ended up going to a different movie, to a different theater than he intended. And it ended up being super fun, and a movie called God's Country, which, I haven't even wanted to go to movies, because for one thing, they wouldn't even let me in. But now it's like, what's going on, and then, prior and after that, we like walk around and talk to other people and, have exchanges that are really, say we went to this bar after the movie and we were just still tripping from the movie, like, oh my gosh, can you believe it? That's crazy. What? How awesome. How crazy. Really good cinematography in this one. Epic. There's a scene with a cigarette on the ground on a mound of snow with this. It's just a beautiful image. But yes, we went to this bar and we're like, we need some mocktails. And the lady behind the bar is like, I don't drink either. I just think we're getting away from that. I don't know about you people, but it's worth a go. See what that feels like. Just see what it feels like not to drink. It just had a curiosity. Are you curious? And if you can't admit that maybe you're curious, you're probably an alcoholic. And that's okay. I think I was one. Doesn't matter. Whether I don't label myself. I was exactly where I had to be. I had to be to learn this lesson. So whatever that is, it's mine. It's my lesson, not your guys's. Now we'll call it what I want, If you had that kind of power to just like turn off your collective programming, would you? There's an invitation at your door. There's a whole different game going on, guys. We're watching totally different channels. We're on totally different channels. What is a channel? What's that current? Pacific something current? That you can just get in and flow. You don't even have to move. It just takes you where you want to go. This is the magic available to you all. Yeah. God is fair. I mean, you may not think that, but totally fair. You have all the tools at your disposal. But you have to go, I know. Realize that you're missing some essential part of you that would like, line up with these current energies. Extract that, learn the lesson, put it to the side. Thank it. Next. I lit a candle today for my my altar because, you know, my ancestors and my guides and my angels have just been working overtime. And so many great lessons. You know, I was called out to the world more so than I had been. I was in severe, not severe, really wonderful hermit mode, even though I had a business and met people all the time. But still, I was retreating. You know, I'd retreated. Much like a bear in hibernation. With a couple of cubs. You know, how big is your tribe? See how that radiates out, you know, people you know, and where that goes, what's that flow? That's how you ripple. So the more people you know, the more possibility for that, which is really cool. I know a lot of people because I've been in the same town for like my life, so the same energy for my life. It's cool to work in your own energy, you know, your original energies. And that includes Old Growth Forest, and that includes a wheat field, and that includes this beautiful city that I've moved around. I've lived in every quadrant, southeast, southwest, northeast. Northwest, yeah. That's an interesting movie with that plane. Northeast, northwest, northeast. Gregory Peck, I think. Gregory Peck, dude. So cute. Isn't it interesting how they have like movie stars and stuff? And you know, you see the ones that you just like, I love that guy, like James Dean, like Gregory Peck, Yul Brynner, Jimmy Stewart. What's up with those guys? What do they got? You know? It was funny. I was actually doing like a like how to do public speaking type of class. And it was like, what actor do you respect the most? I'm like, Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart, you know, so we're drawn to these like archetypal energies, and the energies that we're drawn to don't go away. They just like, you know, ripple out. Like I think of like, you know, Olivia Newton-John as a blooming archetype. Look at all the roller skating happening these days. Look at the clothes. What is that? You know, so it's Olivia Newton-John, everybody. She was one of a kind, right? The origin of her species. And you may take a part of her. You may take a part of Jimmy Stewart. You may take a part of James Dean. You may take a part of who else? Who else would I take a part of? Oh man, I don't even know. Nothing's coming up. But there's so many like strong women. You know, Audrey Hepburn. Oh. Joan of Arc. Isis. Mary Magdalene. Those are our Sophia girls. You got these incredible trees like Ruth. With my hummingbird feeder with nothing in it because I feel weird about giving animals sugar. Hummingbirds. But they are so fast, they actually deserve. If any creature deserves sugar, it's a hummingbird. And you know, I love sugar. I love sugar. I still love sugar. Maybe it's because I had a hummingbird. Maybe the reason we want all that sugar, is because our energies are moving that fast, but we're not feeling it energetically because of the suppression from the programming, which we need to then get our sugar, you know. there's an image of like a game board, and there's like people playing this game, maybe poker, and then all these people are underneath this like table, like crouched down, and it's like on their backs. You see me? And they're just holding this big square table game board on their back. You can be like, get me the fuck out of here. And then people are like, where'd they go? Wait a minute, we're unbalanced. And another person leaves. Oh, we're unbalanced. Yeah, that's a really interesting image. And I know that there's this thing going on called AI that sounds super duper cool. Like, so cooler than real life. Cooler than real life. How can you compete with that? Crow. Is it crow time? But to be in the presence of another person who's flowing, or who knows flow, or who like has the ancestral vein to like come to this point right now and to be in the moment. When you're with people like that, you get to the point where you wheeze when you laugh. Like you're like, I can't artificially make myself wheeze. You like that? But you know, you just, it's such a, it's like a chain reaction. And then you radiate out to people around you, and they start looking over. Like we were at this bar with our mocktails, talking about cool shit. And I see this girl out the window looking at me. And I'm kind of like, don't. I'm moving around, you know? And I just kind of noticed her look at me, and I smiled, and then Phil and I started talking about it. And then he looked over and he kind of waved. And I'm like, hey. So she's probably like, what just happened? Why did they acknowledge me looking at them? I mean, they shouldn't have actually done that. That's weird. Okay, I feel awkward. But, you know, why wouldn't you acknowledge someone who's, like, kind of interested? I don't know. Get them interested. What do you do that's getting people interested? A lot of people on this path are just, like, sitting in their houses thinking, when is this wheel going to turn? You're the momentum, baby. Get your ass out there. You can get all... I mean, AI is going to be amazing, so it sounds. But there's nothing like the real connection, and there's nothing like it. I mean, maybe if I had a visor and had all the layers of artificial intelligence blinding me to the real world, you know, and then I could go into that and be that. But I don't think my body would be too into it. You know, my body wants, you know, it doesn't want this organic shit. I think our minds, and it can fuck with our hearts, but, and really fall in love, but, you know, there's nothing like, there's no body. Why did we come down here for a body? Before we came down here, we were consciousness people. We were just like white consciousness, all connected. We didn't have form. At least not in the way we think. Hummingbird. Hey, Bill boy. Hey, Bill. Oh no, it's Mr. Bill. Oh, Bill, we were talking about Bill a little bit last night. My friend has a woman that used to work with him, and she's like, hey, could you do this for me? She's like, it's the apocalypse. Don't you know about Bill Gates? He eats babies now. And you're just stupid. And he's like, you know, I think I'm gonna go. And I used to be kind of where, I was never that deep where this woman is, but I was like, yeah, Bill Gates, he's Trouble City. And now I'm just like, wow, what a great actor. Committed actor. I don't know what he had to do to get there, but, you know, he's on his game. How long is this? Anyway, so there's that level of thinking too in this board we're playing. You know, where are you in Plato's cave? I actually have to look at that image. I think I'm missing a step. But yeah, people sitting in the cave, deep in the earth, watching a play, a shadow play on the back wall. I believe they are chained together. But then someone looks around and stops looking at the shadow dancing on the wall. The shadow play. I know there's another word for that. You know, tethering them to their shadows. What is the image on the screen that connects you to, that keeps you tethered to the shadow? Why did that one beautiful human decide to like take off the shackles and get up? You know, like, who would do that? Nobody's doing it. And then climb these stairs and see the puppet masters with their fire and the cutouts of the images that they're projecting onto that screen. Sure, those people are chained up, but they're not tight. They can get out. They might have to put a little effort into it. But people, they have to at least start noticing energies leaving the room. They might be so focused on that screen, maybe they don't even see each other. Maybe they don't know others are chained next to them. But there's an energy. And when the energy leaves, you know, curiosity follows. And then you're just like, what's gone? And then you all climb out of the stained cave. I think there's another level, but so they climb past the shadow masters and up to this other level, and then they think they stand up, and they're like, oh, I can stand? Wait a minute, I'm here by myself. Only one person can come through this tunnel at a time. And I'm now standing at this whole nother level. Air feels different. There's something going on here. Just sniff around, sticking out your tongue. Sticking out your tongue is a good sign that you're online. It's like tasting the air with your tongue. The only organ you can see, you guys. And then, yeah, you walk into the sun and you're just like, I never knew. In a movie called Joe versus Volcano, there's a moment like that with Tom Hanks. Masterful. Dedicated. Warrior of light, really. You know, he's pointing. He's pointing. So yeah, in Joe versus Volcano, there's a scene where he just is like, I didn't know. So he came out of Plato's tunnel. Like a near-death experience. So yeah, it's a beautiful time, people. I am immersing myself in the real world. Shoes off, tongue out. Spine on. Let's 369 this bitch. If anybody has questions, leave me a message or something. I don't know if I'll see it. You might have to work. All right. I love you all. Enjoy this Aquarian day on my mother's birthday. She would have been 83. 11. Just like her daughter. Just like this day. I might go to 12. I love you all. Namaste.